Greetings, beautiful beings. Welcome to Pilates for Periods, where I am your instructor, B. And today we will be focusing on cramps and inflammation relief while you're on your period. So this routine can be done at any time while you are on your menstrual cycle or your period, or before leading up to your cycle for any time that you're feeling any period cramps, unwanted inflammation, or any discomfort that you would like to get rid of. This slow and easy, yet quick and beginner-friendly workout is perfect to do at any time throughout the day, whether when you first get up or throughout the day, or even before you go to bed at night. Now, for this routine, you will not need anything but your equipment, but if you like, you can go ahead and have some blocks available. If you don't have any yoga blocks, feel free to use a towel, or you can even get a pillow. So let's go ahead and get started on our mats. So we're going to come into a comfortable seated position in the middle of our mat to prepare for our warm-up. So in our comfortable seated position, we're going to go ahead and start with some deep breaths in and out. So let's go ahead and place our palms on our knees to go ahead and ground ourselves into this practice today. Go ahead and close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or keep a slight gaze. So at this time, we're going to take a deep inhalation in through your nostrils and exhale out of your mouth with a deep sigh. 4 more times. Let's take another deep inhalation in through our nostrils and exhale out of our mouths with a deep sigh. On this inhalation, let's take in any pain, inflammation, or discomfort that you're feeling at this time and release it all out of your body with a deep sigh through your mouth. 2 more times. Any pain or discomfort or period cramps that you're feeling in this very moment, take a deep inhalation in. And since we've captured the pain, let's go ahead and release it out with a deep exhalation out through our mouths. Last time. 1 more deep inhale in through your nostrils. And exhale out of our mouth with 1 last deep sigh. Go ahead and open your eyes if you had them closed or that slight gaze. And now we're going to go ahead and indulge in some neck rolls. So take an inhale and lower your left ear down to your left shoulder and swing your head around the front and over to the right, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. And then roll your head behind and bring your left ear back to your left shoulder. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale towards the front, swinging your neck around, and exhale towards the back as we circle back around to our left ear. And last time, we're going to take an inhale and roll our necks to the front. And then we're going to exhale back around to the left-hand side. Now let's go in the opposite direction. So we're going to inhale and swing our heads around and bring our right ear to our right shoulder. And then exhale and circle your neck forward, bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale, circle forward. Last time. And exhale. All right, come back up to center, guys. And now we're going to go ahead and engage into some spinal circles. So doing the same things that we just did with our neck, we're now going to do it with our torso. So on your inhale, you're going to swing to the left and come around to the front. And on your exhale, you're going to swing back, making big circles with our torso. 2 more times in this direction. Inhaling towards the front and exhaling towards the back. Last time, inhale towards the front and exhale towards the back. All right, let's go in the opposite direction. So we're going to inhale and we're going to swing around to the back, coming onto the right hand side. Then exhale, we're going to swing forward, keeping our knees, my apologies, keeping our hands on our knees so we can remain grounded in this inflammation and cramp relief practice. And last time, inhale towards the back and exhale towards the front. All right, we're going to come back to center. Now let's go ahead and turn to the side on our mats as we prepare for our cat and cow pose. We're going to come into a tabletop position, ensuring that your shoulders are over your wrist and your hips are over your knees. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the cat and cow pose for 1 full minute. So on our inhale, we're going to open our chest and look up to the sky. And then exhale, we're going to round our backs and look towards our navel. Keep going. We're going to inhale and open our chest, arching our backs. And then we're going to inhale, sucking our navels in and looking towards our navel. Inhale. Then exhale. Keep going. You're doing such a great job as we work towards decreasing the period cramps and inflammation that you may be feeling at this time. Releasing all of the discomfort. And this is going to be our last time. We're going to go ahead and exhale and round our backs and look at our navel. All right, we're now going to come to center to neutralize our back. And then let's go ahead and take an inhale to prepare. And then on our exhale, we're going to go ahead and sit back into our child's pose position. Go ahead and release your arms straight out in front of you. And then we're going to sit in this position for a minute. Now feel free to keep your forehead on the mat if that feels more comfortable. If you would like to spread your legs out more to go ahead and give a better stretch to your hips, you could do that as well. But whatever you do, just breathe here naturally in this moment. Keep inhaling here and exhaling, releasing any tension that you're feeling in your abdomen, in your hips, or the lower region of your body. All right, guys. Now we're going to take one deep inhale in here and exhale out of your mouth. Now we're going to transition into our puppy pose. For those of you who might have scooted your knees out, we're going to go ahead and scoot our knees back in. And we're going to take an inhale to prepare. And on our exhale, we're going to go ahead and slide our arms and our chest forward. And we're going to come into our puppy pose position. Just breathe here naturally. You can keep your forehead on the mat if that feels comfortable, or you can go ahead and lift your head up, keeping your chin on the mat. You might can even put your chest on the mat. But just breathe here in this position. We're going to continue to breathe naturally here as we sit in this position for a minute as well. Now, if this feels uncomfortable for you, go ahead and slide your legs out behind you, and you can come down onto your stomach if that feels more comfortable. Whatever is most comfortable for you, just breathe here. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and move forward into our next position, and we're going to come into our cobra. For those of us who are still in the puppy pose, you're going to go ahead and slide your legs out and come into on down to your stomach. We're going to go ahead and place our hands by our chest, and we're going to come into a cobra reset. So let's go ahead and take an inhale to prepare, and then on our exhale we're going to lift up into our cobra. One deep inhale in here and exhale out. Take an inhale to prepare. And then on our exhale, we're going to lower back down to the mat and go ahead and comfortably turn over onto your back. And we're going to come onto the mat and prepare for some additional inflammation and cramp relief. Now, if you need to scoot down on your mat like I am, feel free to do so to come into the middle. But at this time, we're going to go ahead and do our knees to chest. So go ahead and gently bring both of your knees to your chest. You're going to go ahead and lift your head off of the mat, tucking your chin down to your chest. And at this time, we're just going to hold this position for a minute. Now, if it feels comfortable for you, you could begin rocking side to side. And that should help you give a reset to your back, help massage the back of your abs and your abdomen, and just help you relieve any discomfort that you may still continue to feel. Whatever you do, just continue to breathe here in this moment. If you're rocking or if you decide to even stay still to center. All right, guys, this should be our last rock. And then we're going to go ahead and come back to center. Go ahead and drop your left leg down, keeping your right knee bent, and go ahead and drop your head down to the mat as we prepare for our reclined supine twist. So we're going to go ahead and take our left hand, and with your right knee, we're going to go ahead and guide your right knee down to the mat. All right, guys. Now you're going to go ahead and place your hand out in a T, and then you're going to turn and look to the right. Now feel free to keep your eyes closed, or you can keep a slight gaze, but whatever you do, just breathe here in this moment as we sit here for 1 minute. Just breathe. Release all of the tension, period cramps, inflammation, and discomfort that you may be feeling with each inhalation, taking a grasp, back control of your pain, and on every exhale, releasing what is hindering the body. Take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale. Go ahead and bring your head back to center. Inhale and lift your left leg back up to tabletop, and exhale and release it down to the ground. Now let's do the other side. So take an inhale and let's lift our left knee to our chest. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to guide our left knee down to the right. We're going to leave our arms out in a T or a cross. And then we're going to go ahead and turn our heads to the left. Keep your eyes closed or a side gaze if this feels comfortable. And just breathe here in this position. Continue to breathe, beautiful beings, as we heal and restore our bodies during our menstrual cycle or leading up to it. You're doing such a great job, guys. We are almost at the end of our practice. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And then exhale, you're going to go ahead and bring your head to center. Inhale and go ahead and guide your leg back up to tabletop. And exhale and shoot your leg out into a horse position. All right, guys, now we're actually going to prepare for our leg up the wall. So go ahead and take an inhale to prepare while you close your legs and bring them together. And then on your exhale, you're going to lift your legs up straight into the air. Feel free to keep them pointed, or you can keep them flexed if that feels more comfortable for you. Now, this is where your blocks, your towel, or your pillow can come into place. So if you would like, and if you have blocks available, feel free to take your block. You could place it under your lower back to give you balance. If that feels good to you, keeping your arms down to the side. If you don't have the block, feel free to use a towel. You could just fold it how you see fit. I just folded halfway and then halfway again and then rolled it in. So you can go ahead and place that towel in the same position at the lower end of your back, right above your glute and your bottom. And then you can go ahead and lift your legs up the wall. If you don't want to use a towel, feel free to use a pillow. You could take a pillow and slide it under your back. And you could place under your lower back, under your hip area, and lift your legs up. Now, if you have a longer pillow than the square one that I showed you, you can take it and do it vertical where you're laying long ways on it, or you could do it horizontal where it's coming across and you have yourself on that. Now, if you don't have any of this and you have access to a wall, then you could just put your legs along the wall. If you scoot, putting your butt and your hips directly onto the wall at the bottom base of the wall. And then you could just put your legs on the wall if that feels more comfortable for you. Now, if you would like to even elevate this position, feel free to incorporate the pillow, the blocks, the towel,
whatever you see fit, but you could also place yourself on the block and have your legs up the wall. So with all these different variations, you could choose whichever is most comfortable for you. Now we're going to come back to the middle of our mats and join you, and we're going to get into this position for 1 minute. All right, guys. So again, you take an inhale to prepare and exhale. Lift your legs up into legs on the wall. You can keep your hands down with your palms on the mat to keep yourself still grounded in this position, just like how we started class on our knees. You can feel free to close your eyes here, keep a slight gaze if that feels comfortable. Be sure to suck in your navel, but just breathe here naturally in this position. Continue breathing naturally, guys. You are doing so amazing. Class is almost over. Now, if you're feeling any shaking in your leg, that is normal. If it's too much for you, feel free to lower your legs down and come into a horse position. All right, guys, go ahead and take an inhale, and let's open our eyes if they were closed or if you have that slight gaze, and exhale. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward into our happy baby position. If your legs are still in the air, you should already be in place with your feet already flexed. You could just slightly bend your knees and bring your feet down, bring your knees to your chest. So you can go ahead and place your hands on your feet on each side of your foot. And what we're going to do is take an inhale to prepare. And then exhale, you're going to bring your knees down to your elbows. Now you want to ensure that your tailbone is still on the mat when you're in this happy baby position. But we're just going to go ahead and sit in this position for the next minute. Now, if it's comfortable for you, you can go ahead and go back to closing your eyes or keeping a slight glaze, or feel free to keep your eyes open, but just breathe here naturally in this position. Ensure that you're keeping your tailbones on the mat, guys, to go ahead and protect your body. And if you would like to go ahead and just give yourself an extra stretch, you can go ahead and rock side to side, just like we did earlier with the knees to chest, to give yourself added relief at this time. All of the discomfort is leaving your body. Any pain that you're feeling at this moment with your inhalations in and out is helping to release and restore yourself. Now this is going to be our last rock. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to come back to center at this time, and we're going to go ahead and prepare for our Savasana. So go ahead and release your feet out on your mat and come into a corpse position. If you need to readjust yourself on your mat like I did, go ahead and do so. We're going to go ahead and keep your feet open out to the sides, and go ahead and keep your palms on the mat to continue grounding yourself in this position. Go ahead and close your eyes or keep a slight gaze if that feels comfortable for you. Open your mouth and remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. and just breathe in this position. I am so proud of you for completing this practice today, as you decided to implement a mindfulness practice that is catering to your mind, body, and spirit. As you continue to breathe in and out naturally, just listening to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Think of 3 things that you are grateful for in this moment. With the 3 things that you are grateful for, set intentions on how you can continue to fulfill your purpose in this lifetime, working on yourself and investing in your wellness and how you can have a better menstrual cycle. Be proud of yourself for not only completing this practice, but doing so leading up to or while you're on your menstrual cycle. Allowing yourself grace to restore your body in this very moment, and giving yourself some love as you work towards managing a better menstrual cycle ahead. Go ahead and take 1 deep inhale in through our nostrils and exhale out with 1 deep sigh. Now, before we close out practice, we like to do I am power statements, with I representing inspiration, A representing affirmations, and M representing manifestations. I am working on managing a better menstrual cycle journey. I am implementing wellness and mindfulness practices to help decrease any menstrual cycle symptoms that I am feeling. I am proactively working towards a better wellness journey that will help fuel my mind, body, and spirit. I am achieving optimal womb wellness. And I am grateful for this moment, for catering to myself. If you're ready to move forward with your day, go ahead and begin to open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes, and close your mouth. Bring life back to the body. And let's just embrace this beautiful and tantalizing energy as you worked so great at reducing period cramps and inflammation today. Go ahead and turn to your side, and let's come into a fetal position for our last reset. Go ahead and place your hands on your mat in the ground and lift yourself up. And let's come back into that comfortable seated position that we started off with in class. All right, guys. Now to go ahead and end class, let's go ahead and take 1 deep inhale in and lift our left arm up. And let's go ahead and curve over to the right, opening our chest to the sky and giving our abdomen 1 last deep stretch. Take an inhale and come back up to center, lifting your right hand up. And then exhale over to your left, turning your chest to the sky and stretching out that abdomen, saying bye-bye inflammation, bye-bye cramps, Bye-bye pain, and bye-bye discomfort. Let's go ahead and inhale and come back to center. And go ahead and exhale and release your hands down. And we're going to go ahead and inhale one last time, coming to upward salute, bringing our palms together. And on our exhale, we're going to lower our palms to our head as we manifest intentional thoughts, genuine thoughts, and peaceful thoughts. Lower your palms down to your lips, and we manifest intentional words, genuine words, and peaceful words. And then we lower our palms down to our hearts as we manifest intentional love, genuine love, and peaceful love. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our period cramp and inflammation relief practice. We hope that you thoroughly enjoyed it, and we want to send gratitude out to all of you for tuning in today. Anytime that you feel discomfort, period pain, or any type of inflammation, feel free to come back to this practice. So don't forget to like this video and save it. But we want to manifest a positive, productive, and peaceful remainder of your day and menstrual journey ahead. And we'll be speaking to you during our next video. Peace.